how's it going? I am indeed starting soon. I do indeed have a screen, I believe you... I thought you said that last time. I have had a starting soon screen from the very beginning. Alright, you are chilling, good to hear. Get some rest and relaxation after the game jam, although I had a... I didn't really go that hard, so I didn't burn out in any way at all. You'll always point out my starting soon screen. I appreciate that. Today I'm going to be doing some fast drawing. I've been thinking about this, and I've been thinking I want to do them all faster than I have. Uncle Peter, how are you doing? I had a hard time calling it a day because I didn't stream for a whole week. That's true. Over a week. I haven't streamed since last Wednesday. So that's a week and a day. I'm sorry, Peter. It's been a long, long day for you. A 7-day day. You have any Doritos by any chance? I could really go for some Doritos right now. I've got to do some faster requests, so I'm going to be working on a dog, a Yorkie, a panda ant, and a koi fish. I don't think I'll finish all three, especially because I am not going to be streaming for that long tonight. There's going to be something happening at 8 p.m. And happening on someone else's stream, so my intention is to, as soon as I verify that that's actually happening at 8, to just bring us all there with a raid. So until then, I have limited amount of time to do these drawings. How is it going? I am doing good. I'm on the wrong layout here. Let me switch to where I'm working on. Yorkie, panda ant, koi fish. I'm also thinking about doing them in a slightly different style. The starting drawing is looking pretty much the same as I usually start my starting drawing, but I'm gonna go about it a little bit differently. I'm doing good. Just relaxing. Well, okay. Yeah, just relaxing. I've had a busy week, full of lots of meetings. Yeah, meetings all day. Going for much longer than I expected them to. There was surprisingly very little, I don't want to say very little content, but like a lot of stuff that we went over before and we're just kind of going over again. And yeah, you know how meetings are. You cooked, hey, Soul, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. Potato, you cooked fish instead of doing your work today. Must have been one big fish. Or was it lots of little ones? I'm working on a fish too. Got one here, we can probably hardly see that at all. Let's see, what am I actually gonna do here with this dog? The dog was a Yorkie, and I couldn't recall what a Yorkie was just from, just off the top of my head, so I had to look it up. And yeah, I've seen this before. They yeah. Your favorite part of work from home is you can have music on during meetings. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should try that. So instead of using the contour drawing as the topmost layer, well, I'll use it as a bottom layer, but actually first I'll use it as a topmost layer for now when I just block out the main areas of color. So let me see. I got my second darkest dark here, which is this entire back area. And what kind of fish were you cooking? I don't cook fish that often. But when I do, I think it's usually salmon. I think I have some tuna in the freezer. I got like a ton of fish so that I wouldn't ever have to go out. You know, I froze it all, and so I wouldn't ever have to go out that much. You know, lockdown and everything. So yeah, salmon. And I've taken a liking to steaming it. A branzino. I'm not even sure if I know what it is. You put it in a pan and ad-lib everything. That means you know what you're doing, right? That's what that means, right? The next darkest area is probably these bits right around here. And I'm gonna try to do, in terms of style, is to make it a little less busy with the lines. More just larger areas. The effect that the way I was doing it before, where lots of lines would sort of give that texture. But yeah, I want to try a different style that's a little faster, a little more cartoony. It's European sea bass. You looked up recipes and you were like, I don't want to do that. That's usually what happens when I look up recipes. I prefer to just, you know, take 3 things, 4 things, and stir fry them. When you cook for yourself, you can butcher the protein to see if it's cooked through, so that's me. What does butcher the protein mean? That's a verb that I don't know. Usually when I see butcher as a verb, doesn't that mean like mess something up? Like you butcher somebody's name when you're pronouncing it? That's the same word I'm thinking of. So ears gonna be definitely darker than the face head. Face head is very bright. Yeah, you can't stir fry fish, no. I don't usually have fish. It's really mostly vegetables. I have definitely lost weight during the pandemic, or maybe I just did in general, I don't know. But it's been harder to, like, you know, get food. shade darker with that area. A big part of me doesn't want to draw a Yorkie. I was looking at what a Yorkie is, and I was thinking, no offense to Yorkies, but I would never get a dog like this. So you made chicken tikka masala, which I really love, and it turned out really well. Good. I like a lot of Indian food. There's an Indian restaurant in like the back of my building, so I used to get it kind of a lot. And then when I lived in Jersey City, I lived like literally 1 block away from Little India in Journal Square, which is like Newark Ave. And there was seriously just a whole block, well, multiple blocks of Indian restaurants, just like a whole ton of them. North Indian, South Indian, etc. What about my omega-3 fish oil? Is that like you mean like a supplement and a pill? I don't have any of that. It's like, I've heard it so much, that's like a buzzword, right? They say you gotta have it. Hey, yeah, Dominus, how are you doing? Game Jam went well. We did it all online. It was a bunch of people. There was like 108 jammers who made over 30 games, and it was a good time. I wasn't sure exactly how well it would go online because it's usually in person, but I mean, it went great. I think I like it better online. It's easier in a lot of ways. I mean, especially as an organizer, but as a participant, I think I also would find it much easier. But it was cool. A lot of people made really interesting games. It was a good variety. Yeah, it was a good variety of things getting made. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna move this layer. Starts scaring me. We are getting some cutesy reflections into here. And then just the little ones here on the side. You don't know what your body needs. Same here. What were you talking about? Same here. Are you talking about losing weight in the pandemic? Don't know what your body needs. If you eat vegetables, you'll be good. I hope so. Because that is the entirety of my health plan. I used to exercise too. My lifestyle has like really changed a lot over the past year. Not necessarily worse, just like really different, and in some ways worse. So let's see, it's got like a beard effect. Oh, the lag. I should really install the RAM. I actually got the RAM. I ordered it. And I have it. 2 sticks of RAM that I can feel the rush of DDR4 performance. But I didn't install it yet, which I'm gonna do this weekend. Exercise, who is she? Brian, am I a vegetarian? No, but probably like 80% or more. Yeah. Well, is 80% accurate? Yeah, more than 80%. So. Don't forget to download the RAM to activate it. You're trolling me, right? Hey Kat, how's it going? We are doing a drawing stream here. I've been doing drawing requests. So this Yorkie is ultimately for Bo. And yeah, you can see the other requests I've done all around the screen. I'll write some random ones. That's the gorilla for Baldycom. Where is the crab? Show this crab. This crab was for Daddy Ara, which is a style that I think I want to do more in. What order did I do these in? I'm starting to lose track of the order. The wolf, I think I did somewhat recently. That was for dark. I was happy with the turtle because it was fast. I'm trying to find the balance between something I like and something that's really fast. And like some of them I'm really happy with how they came out. Like this lion, for example. But you know, actually this isn't even one of the slower ones. It was still like decently fast enough. But yeah, a few of these I think I just spent like too much time trying to get it right or whatever. And you know, what I'm trying to do is not, these are pretty small images anyway. Like, I'm not trying to make this huge thing out of it. I just want to make a good drawing and then move on to the next one. So this leopard took a long time. I like how it came out, but you know, I don't necessarily want to be spending that long on each one. This kiwi bird was fast. Yeah. Are these going to be emojis? Because that pug. I thought the pug was going to be fast, but I just kept like redrawing parts of it because I don't know, wrinkles and just the whole thing underneath its neck. I just wasn't getting it right the first time, so I ended up redrawing lots of parts of this. Are they going to be emojis? That's a good question. I have to work on my real emotes. I've been putting that off for a lot of weeks in a row. Happy Out of Touch Thursday. Is that a... I don't know what that is. Is that a thing? People like their dogs, but they're not requesting cats. Well, they're requesting leopards and lions, but I want to draw house cats, people. I thought people would be requesting cats, because you know, people love cats. Blur's Day? I don't know what kind of Blur's Day sounds a little more accurate to what I had today. Oh my goodness, it's already almost 7. I better draw faster. This is gonna be a short stream because my intention is to raid Sharpie, who's doing something at 8. So I really better be drawing faster here. That's too dark for this part. I'm gonna go take back one shade to not as dark. Let's make that wider. This Yorkie confuses me. No Pride and hello, hi, welcome, how are you doing? Is Out of Touch Thursday something I should look up? If I am not yet familiar with the meme. Will I be missing out? Okay, that is the darkness I should be using for this. With fur like this, I'm definitely very tempted to make it very line heavy. But I'm supposed to be trying to resist that. So let me still think about things in terms of blocking off big areas of values. Clean that back up. Existential Dread Thursdays. Oh, it's a song. King Shiro Kitty, hello. How are y'all doing? Not sure why it's attributed to Thursdays. My Thursday here was filled with long work meetings, and so I started a new job, which means there were a bunch of like introductory meetings, like introduction meetings, where whole teams would get together and introduce themselves to each other. So, you know, there's like icebreaker questions, right? Like one of them was about what you like to have for breakfast. One of them was about, I mean, that was kind of the random one or the silly one or whatever. The other ones are like sort of more like, oh, what's your background, and like, you know, what brings you to here and what excites you and stuff, and what gives you energy and what takes energy away from you, like in terms of like work and things like that. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, you know what really takes energy away from me is like really long meetings. You know, long meetings that don't have an agenda necessarily, like a written agenda that where anybody can be like, look at it and be like, this is the current state of progress of the meeting, or like, oh, we're off track, look at this agenda. Anyone can look at it and tell if you're on track or off track, or anyone can tell if the meeting is going towards its conclusion. I like meetings with structure, but then like long meetings that don't have that, like I get like, yeah. So yeah, I mean that was part of my thing. I didn't like go on about it for a while, but that was like one of the things I mentioned, because it's true for me. It takes energy away from me, and then there are other things that I get energy from, but yeah. And then ironically, like that meeting just went on for a long time, and then I had another meeting immediately after that, and that meeting started late because of how long the first meeting went. So that one had to be shorter, but then in either case, I had to go to jump out and get into a meeting for my other job actually, and then I came back, to a message about how, and I kind of knew this was coming from a conversation yesterday, but that we had to get on a call, to get on a meeting to go over like a walkthrough of this and that, and it was like a follow-up to a prior meeting that I had the other day where there was also a walkthrough of this and that, but I guess this was a more detailed one. And like I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll put it on the calendar. I set it to like 45 minutes to see like, if they would say like, oh, it has to be 60 minutes or like whatever, right? And then it just went straight through 90 plus minutes. And yeah, so that was like meeting, and that was rough. Did I imagine Brian showing excitement? I get excited slightly. Did I just see into your life with this long meeting's complete? Yeah, and that meeting actually ended with an invitation to another meeting that they were having with another member from the other team to hash out something about something that we were talking about in our meeting. And I'm here with you instead. Like that could be me. I could be there right now. Probably ending, I guess, by now. But in an alternate universe, I would be in that meeting instead of doing this. And this, I feel like I haven't done in a while. I haven't streamed in over a week. I haven't drawn in even longer. So I feel kind of like I gotta loosen up, actually. What am I doing? I'm like going slow. What I should do is just go real fast, like faster than I'm comfortable with. Oh no, the computer is freezing again. So I gotta install the ROM. I gotta download it. I gotta download it also, as Tenet says. Oh yeah, is it not registering my pen right now? I gotta download that ROM. Look at all those brushstrokes registering many seconds later. Okay, here we go. Now we're working in real time. Let's get some direction here. Okay. Yorkshire Terrier. This very strange looking dog. so much of this really long hair, and they're such a small dog. Every reference image I looked up to try to figure out what exactly this kind of dog looks like, I just kept looking because I was like, well, I'm trying to look for an adult, an adult Yorkie, and all I'm getting are pages and pages of puppies. But I don't think they're puppies actually. I think that this dog just looks like that. Okay, and then this part of the face. Some darker parts. Side. Coming from the nose. Probably should have started the stream with the fish. I bet that would have been easier and faster. Easier to draw fast. This dog is, I don't know what it is, I'm just kind of puzzled by it. Part above here is going to be an even lighter color. So I'm going to go ahead and bust that one out. This is already the second lightest gray I'm going to be using. Beginning to take shape. Just going to rename my layers. This one is actually going to be the mid-grown, and I'll have a background layer behind this that I'm about to dry on. Such a sophomore. I'm using exactly 6 values, 6 shades of gray. I'm beginning to wonder if the ones I'm using are a bit far apart from each other. If I should be using 6 shades that are, besides the white, the darkest dark and the whitest white. If the 4 in the middle should be closer together. Because I'm having a time. I guess the way I handled it in the past with the other drawings, King Shiro Kitty, thanks for the follow. Sorry I missed that notification when it happened. Actually streaming without any kind of headphones on right now. Yeah, let me think. The way I handled that in the past was basically, for example, on this elephant, I'm having a lot of trouble on this elephant in this leg right here, this dark back leg. I was doing it, it was either too dark or too light because of the shades. You know, the shades of gray were too far apart from each other. What I ended up doing was just redoing a bunch of it and just hatching in there to sort of get at an average between the two darks. So that might be what I have to do here. Just was kind of going against I mean, that's what I'm gonna end up doing. So I think I shouldn't worry too much about the distance between some of the grays. What I should worry about is hurrying up and filling in parts that I need to in order to get to that point. So being able to go behind here, I can go in again with that lighter color if that's making it too dark, but it's not, it's coming out fine. I might do some finer lines. In this top face head area, forehead. Right, and then it gets pretty dark over here, around the nose. But then a little bit further outside of the nose, I think I should be filling in with the shade of gray that is one lighter than that. Well, just here, like the sort of top of the snout, it's sort of catching some light, but actually the recessed part of the face will get dark again, not that dark. That dark. And then I lost some of those line details that I did earlier, but that's fine. I'll just put them right back in using a slightly different color. Yeah, I'll have to go in on that section with some light details. Front of the face, I'm going to be using a light. I'm going to be using some of that white. Xandit, welcome. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? Were you making music today? Or doing some Minecraft speedruns? A little bit of music? Thanks for sharing your track, Xandit, in Discord before. I gave it a good listen. I'm kind of a sucker for chiptunes and for piano, so a track that combines both is it's gonna be a hit with me. Oh, you're doing an Among Us charity stream? How did that work? people donate during the stream and then ultimately that goes to charity. Is that the basic gist of it? And Woe and Grow, welcome. How are you doing? Cute doggy. Yeah, it's a Yorkie. Requested by Bo. Bo requested a dog, and I said you should request a certain type of dog or something. And Yorkie is what he came up with. People donate to make you hunt people. Pumpkin King, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. My resolution was to start drawing faster than I normally have been. I have not been succeeding in actually drawing any faster than I probably have been in the past. But, you know, it's a long-term goal. This is my first stream in over a week, actually. You like the chill music? It's from Chill Hop. One of my about panels has the link and the credit. You can get it for your stream too. It's like DMCA free and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix up this bottom edge, because what the heck is going on with that? I'm gonna have to do is, yeah, okay, I'm gonna save that for when I work on another layer that's gonna go on top of all that. So let me just get the main silhouette down first and fill it in. I think that whole thing comes out more. Side of the head comes out more. Is that too much? No. A little bit less than that. Hey Xander, you got affiliate? Congrats. Nice job. Drawing faster takes a lot of practice. Yeah, I have a much easier time, much easier time with less textured things. So I'm having trouble with very furry things. Well, yeah, so like feathers, which is like not as hard as, or is not as like liney as fur. I felt like I could do something like that relatively fast and be happy with it. And I abstracted out this style on this gorilla that it was decently textured and also fast. So it's probably a lot of it a matter of like what style I'm approaching it with in the first place. Like this crab was super fast and I was pretty happy with that. But you know, a crab shell is easy to just decide to make it really smooth. What I'm not translating as well are these doggy dogs and these like spotty leopards and these maney lions, and trying to do those in a way that's fast. And even something a little more complicated like the kraken was honestly fine to do on a pretty fast pace. It's just like dogs, wolves, and leopards and cats that I'm getting stuck with ending up doing in a way that's like slower than the rest. Yeah, texture is what slows it down. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I think I've got the base of most of it down. And I think I made things a little messy for no reason down here. Oops, wrong color. I'm just gonna clean that up and simplify that, and then try to just suggest it with fewer like lines on top of it. In fact, I'm probably gonna try to simplify all those shapes. Okay, now here. And okay. So now I'm gonna move to a more foreground layer and going with this lighter color and a smaller brush, which is gonna fill in a lot of the gaps here in the hairiness spectrum, and see how that feels after that. Because this is one hairy dog, long hairy. I want to get in there, but not have so many intersecting lines, just to give it a feeling of kind of being a little more clean and graphic. Even if the dog might have that, I just want to create like a pattern here. Where it's not like falling all over itself. It can do that in some places, but I just want to have certain sections feel clean like that. And that's one of them. Out on the side here, I want this to sort of end in that. And this piece too. Daddy Ara. Stranger, how are you doing? It's been a while, I know. Okay, yeah, I like the texture on that, and it was fast enough. I would be okay if the rest of it was kind of done out in that way too. I think I'm gonna go make my brush slightly smaller. I'm gonna go out here on the side. And I'm gonna do yet another layer on top of this for when I use the brightest bright. And I'm gonna use it kind of sparingly, or kind of in a hatching kind of way, on the top of the head here. I don't want it to be like as bright as like these reflections in the eye whites, because I'm saving that to be the brightest thing like right up against the darkest thing to make it just have a really high contrast and stand out. You just came by to tell me, to yell at me, to tell me. Are you telling me or yelling at me? Because you haven't seen me in a while, so okay, I gotta go again. Bye. Well, thanks for stopping by in here. Hope you've been well. I've got one of your requests coming up pretty soon on the list, but not right now. I'll make sure you don't miss it. That bull with a flower crown that you requested is one of the next ones. Okay, now this top part is kind of messy, but I will save fixing that for when it's time to bring in the brighter whites. Do a few of these lines. Just want to see if I can get them to go with some. I was watching another streamer do some drawing, and they mentioned this tip of before starting the drawing stream to just like offline before starting to just do a whole bunch of lines, a whole bunch of curves, just to warm up the arm and the wrist and all that. And kind of wishing I did do that. Doing these curves right now. 'Cause I like how I did them on the right side, but feeling a little stiff having done them on the left here. Let's see how far back we can go. We'll call that my practice curves. Another way to make this make it a little easier, but to zoom in just a little bit more. Already 7:30. Let me see, do I continue on the Yorkie? Or do I force myself to switch? I should probably continue, but I'm going to take a moment and just take a look at where I'm at. should actually, by this time, start angling them downward a little more. Okay, this will work. Yeah, I really need to do those warm-ups. It's like so much easier to do the shapes of these curves for my hand and wrist than it is the same symmetric ones on the other side. Probably tone down the height of that beard. Should probably start lower. The light part of it starts lower. No worries, I'll go right back over that again. Do a little more definition on the top ear. A little too rounded. There's going to be enough of this to make it kind of flattened out. So improve the shape of this. texture is looking a little more correct. I'm gonna go back in over. I think I might create yet another layer just to be doing this safely. And just do a little more of these darks, kind of cutting into it now. Just to break up some of the solids in some of these places. That side looks okay. This going downwards so as to make the distance of this beard, the vertical distance of this beard, a bit less. Yeah, I think I prefer that. It's kind of getting there. I'm gonna go in the farthest background layer and just fill in any of the transparents. Let's see, there are some empty spots there. Hold on. Oops. I need to go one layer deeper. Just fill in any blank. Okay. I'm gonna bring some definition onto this nose so that the parts of it look a little less blobby. So I'm gonna grab my darkest dark and my second darkest. Bring my brush size real small. And work on one of my highest layers. Shape of that nostril a little higher, a little sharper. And this is already the second dark. The whole thing feels a little darker than this. I don't know if I want to do the texture thing. I could hatch it with smaller brush size. I guess that'll be how I do it. There will be a notch in the center here. And I think there's a spot of, should be a little spot of highlight on the shiny part of the nose. So I do want to make sure I get that in. better looking nose. Just go ahead and do that highlight as I mentioned. That's a little too bright right there. And just go one lighter gray to do this part. Should I go even lighter? I think just a very small piece of light there. And then just gonna have a little bit of brightness to the center of it. Okay, that looks good to me. This bottom edge of the beard is gonna bother me a little. It's just unnecessarily got this dark contour to it. Give it a bit of a fuzzy edge. Alright, that's good. I want to clean away a lot of these lines on the outside. Just get them out of here. Served their purpose. They are no longer needed. Before finishing on the face, I think I want to add some definition to the back and to the front legs. And I just noticed this back here is kind of this sharp drop off there, so I'll feel better about that way. Okay. Down on the bottom here, probably want it to feel like there's a shadow to it, so I'll just give it a little outline there. these sections a bit more texture. So first I'm going to simplify the edges. Like this. It's going to have to come out as it's a foot forward. Okay, while I do this, I'm just gonna get ready to switch colors here and get some texture in. One lighter, smaller brush stroke. Definitely want to leave a lot of this part understated. I think I will make this whole leg much smaller on the left side here. So I'm gonna have to just chop off a big chunk of it here. Of course, it's on multiple layers. Just think it was drawn too large in the first place. So this section here, I'm gonna fill in all the way. And then go right back in with the lighter color. That's the detail. So this and this. Doing it up here too. This dark gray on this darkest gray. I guess we'll go have a lot of texture all over the thing after all. Okay, kinda getting closer actually. Let's get in here and go under the chin. And go one shade darker, smaller brush stroke. These can all get darker. I will go back in the center of that with a very dark color to make up for the lost contrast in the mouth. But yeah, this whole area does need to get a little darker here. Just need a few areas of darker contrast. Yeah, that is working out better for it. Now, how about up here? Just above the eyes, there's gonna be some dark areas. This is before we go in and make some really bright highlights. Let's see. Am I actually succeeding in doing this relatively fast? We're gonna need some darks in the ears. Kind of working. Now to go on the topmost layer with these bright whites. Let's see. Do I even want to do this? Let's go with a smaller brush. Yeah, okay, there we go. And if I get enough of these on the front, especially like here, and on the top of the head, lower parts of the face. I think I can afford to go do some more on that. making really good progress on this Yorkie here. I actually was not convinced earlier on that I was going to be able to do this at a decently fast pace. But the detail layer is coming in quick. How's that looking? Might be at that stage where I want to look away from it for a moment and come back, clear away, look at it again with a fresher eye. Okay, not long enough. That back is looking kind of flat. I don't necessarily know if I want to do much about it. Do the eyes look correct? They look a little flat too. I wonder if I can make them look a little more spherical by using the second darkest gray that I'm using. And getting some kind of space into it. Yeah. This part might actually need to become darker. Okay, and then maybe like that. Actually, this part can get darker too. Subtle, but I think that is there. I'm doing it. I think the back can benefit from, again, the darkest dark coming in and being part of it. Let's see, is this a mistake? No, I think I'm gonna go with it. Alright guys, we're almost done here. Let's give a little more texture into darkness here. And we'll call this decently fast. Yeah, actually, I think adding that little bit of texture in there actually helps with how that part feels. Let me throw a background on this instead of this, this checkered transparency stand-in. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got a working Yorkie here. Okay. Am I really ready to call that done? I'm gonna export it and see how I feel about it. Which Probably means once I do that, I'll probably feel like I'm done. It's just past 8. So let me see. What's going on? I think we're gonna give it about 90 seconds. Let me pull this in. Let me pull this Yorkie in. If I have succeeded, I hope. Let's see. How do I feel about how that looks? Put my Photoshop away. All right, I said before that something special was going to happen at 8. And I believe that is actually about to happen. So let's see. Yep. Okay, so something special is happening right now. Our friend Sharpie, who is a streamer, content creator, etc., host, is going to be streaming one of our games on the front page of Twitch tonight. And that appears to be happening, like literally right now. Let me just double check this. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is initiate a raid there and just immediately go there and hang out there. They're playing Tree Trunk Brook, and I believe they're going to show a bit of our other game, Free Agency. And perfect timing. This Yorkie can be added to my collection. I'll shove it in the corner here somewhere for now. I'm gonna have to make all of them a little bit smaller. But everybody, thank you for hanging out. Don't go anywhere because we are just moving streams over to the Purple Sharpie, and we are just gonna be chilling in there. She's playing Tree Trunk Brook, which is a game that I worked on and released a couple months ago. And I'm excited to see how she plays it. Checking in on her stream right now, and it's literally about to happen. I'm just gonna press the button as soon as I see it actually start. Which is just in a matter of seconds now. Hey John, how's it going? I just finished on stream here drawing this Yorkie. How you doing? And what I'm about to do is, thank you. This was a request for Bo. I don't know if I showed you around with the other ones, but like there was this gorilla for Baldy Kong. All the drawings around the layout were requests for other people in the channel. Like this turtle, this crab. But yeah, you're just in time. We're about to go raid the Purple Sharpie, and I timed this out because what she's doing right now is she's on the front page of Twitch, and she's about to play our game, Tree Trunk Brook. And yeah, kind of excited about that. Oh, you saw from the Discord? And it looks like her stream has just started. I don't have the volume on, but she's talking to the chat. Her stream category is Tree Trunk Brook. So, yeah, that's happening. You saw the tweet. Cool. Yeah. So, let's pop in there. Let's drop some, like, I don't know, some random emotes and stuff, and just say hi to her. I really appreciate that she's playing our game like this. So yeah, let's go hang out there. I'm gonna bring you all with me. And yeah, thanks for hanging out for the drawing. I actually got that done real quick, and I'm happy with that. And I'll see you just on the other side of this.